I nearly rear-ended a delivery truck because I looked down to fiddle with my frustratingly short, tangled iPhone cable just to get my maps working. Choosing the right wireless CarPlay adapter is a nightmare because most of them promise seamless connectivity but deliver constant freezing, horrible audio lag, and random disconnects during critical navigation moments. Today, I am breaking down the top wireless adapters that actually upgrade your daily commute. Stick around, because my #1 pick completely modernized my infotainment system and finally eliminated the cable clutter for good. Seven, Carlinkit CP2-A Pro. Out of the box, it features a faux carbon fiber exterior finish that feels a bit cheap to the touch, but is small enough to tuck away in most center consoles. I plugged it into the USB port of my testing vehicle, hoping for a streamlined, modern experience without the mess of daily cord management. The device operates using a combination of Bluetooth for the initial handshake and dual-band Wi-Fi for the actual data transmission to your vehicle's head unit. In theory, this allows families with mixed smartphone ecosystems to share a single vehicle without swapping out different dongles. I successfully paired an iPhone to test the CarPlay environment and then attempted to connect an Android device to see how the adapter handled the cross-platform translation that it heavily advertises on its packaging. Unfortunately, the actual real-world performance of the CP2-A Pro is where my testing quickly hit a wall of frustration. The most glaring drawback is the agonizingly slow boot time. I routinely waited upwards of 40 seconds after starting the engine, just for the initial connection screen to appear on my dashboard. Even worse, the interface often failed to recognize my phone on the first try, forcing me to unplug the dongle, plug it back in, and sit through the entire tedious loading sequence all over again while sitting in my driveway. When the adapter finally manages to connect, the user experience remains significantly compromised by noticeable latency. I experienced a solid 2-second audio delay during phone calls, causing me to constantly talk over the person on the other end of the line. 6. AAWireless CB4A. Unlike a standard adapter, this 5-in-1 unit runs its own internal Android architecture, allowing you to access native applications like YouTube and Netflix right on your vehicle's factory screen. The device feels reasonably solid in the hand, featuring a simple matte black casing and a USB-C connection that easily integrated into my car's primary data port. The core feature set of the CB4A sounds incredibly impressive on paper, boasting dual Wi-Fi modules designed to maintain a stable connection while simultaneously pulling internet data from your smartphone's mobile hotspot. It includes a built-in AI voice assistant powered by ChatGPT, which is intended to handle complex conversational queries that standard Siri or Google Assistant might struggle with. I spent a week treating this device as a mobile entertainment center, particularly testing its streaming capabilities while parked waiting for groceries. However, the ambitious feature list of the AAWireless CB4A heavily masks its severe performance limitations as a daily driving companion. The internal processor is simply not powerful enough to handle basic multitasking, resulting in an interface that feels incredibly sluggish and unresponsive to touch inputs. When I tried to seamlessly switch from watching a YouTube video back to the standard wireless CarPlay interface, the entire system frequently crashed, requiring a hard reboot of my vehicle's infotainment screen just to get my navigation maps back online. Moreover, utilizing the full potential of this device requires you to constantly activate and manage your phone's mobile hotspot, which drains your cellular battery rapidly and makes the initial setup process incredibly tedious every time you get in the car. 5. Quad-Lock Wireless CarPlay Adapter. Quad-Lock is legendary for their rugged, incredibly secure phone mounting systems, so I was highly curious to see if their foray into wireless digital connectivity carried the same level of premium engineering. The adapter itself features a utilitarian, blocky design constructed from highly durable plastics, feeling like a tool built to survive the harsh temperature fluctuations of a parked car. The installation process was refreshingly straightforward, completely lacking any convoluted menus or forced companion apps. You simply plug the device into your car's USB port, pair your phone to the adapter's Bluetooth signal once, and the system takes over from there. I tested this unit extensively during a week of running rapid errands, turning the car on and off multiple times a day to see if the adapter would struggle to re-establish the connection after short intervals. The reliability of the quad-lock adapter proved to be highly impressive. The boot-up sequence is consistently fast, typically initializing and launching the CarPlay interface within 10 to 15 seconds of starting the engine. Once connected, the Wi-Fi transmission remains incredibly stable. I never experienced a single random dropout or sudden reboot, even when driving through areas with heavy cellular interference or dense urban environments that usually disrupt weaker wireless dongles. Audio performance is another strong point for this unit, delivering crisp, lossless sound quality without the aggressive compression artifacts found in cheaper alternatives. While the physical footprint is slightly bulky and might dangle awkwardly as your USB port is mounted high on your dashboard, a piece of double-sided tape easily solves the placement issue. Four, the Magic Box 3.0. Unboxing this device reveals a sleek, highly refined piece of hardware that looks and feels like a premium smartphone rather than a cheap plastic dongle. I specifically tested this unit during a long weekend road trip, intending to utilize its full array of streaming capabilities during rest stops and charging sessions, while also relying on it for primary navigation while driving. The Magic Box 3.0 operates on a fully unlocked Android operating system, granting you unrestricted access to the Google Play Store directly on your car's touchscreen. This means you can download and run virtually any application, from Netflix and Disney Plus to complex OBD2 vehicle diagnostic scanners. It also features a dedicated HDMI output port, allowing you to mirror the car's display to rear seat entertainment monitors, creating a fully integrated, multi-screen multimedia experience for everyone inside the vehicle. The touch responsiveness and processing speed of the Magic Box 3.0 are light years ahead of cheaper AI boxes. Swiping through menus, opening heavy applications, and multitasking feels completely fluid, closely mirroring the snappy performance of a modern iPad. When I transitioned from watching a high-definition streaming video while parked directly into wireless CarPlay mode for driving, the handoff was instantaneous and smooth, without any of the system crashes or freezing issues that plagued the lower-tier competition. While it is undeniably the most expensive option on this list, the Magic Box 3.0 justifies its premium price tag through flawless execution and premium build quality. It effectively modernizes older infotainment screens, turning them into high-end smart displays with over-the-air update support to ensure future compatibility. Three, Carlinkit 5.0. Having been deeply disappointed by their older CP2A model, I was incredibly eager to see if Carlinkit had resolved their past engineering failures. The 5.0 features a significantly streamlined, minimalist design, dropping the fake carbon fiber for a sleek matte black finish that visually disappears when tucked into a dark center console. More importantly, this newer iteration completely overhauls the internal connectivity architecture. The biggest technological leap here is the move to native data transmission. Unlike previous versions that awkwardly forced Android Auto data through the car's CarPlay protocol, the Carlinkit 5.0 supports both systems natively without any clunky background translation. It utilizes a powerful dual-band Wi-Fi module running on 5.8 GHz and 2.4 GHz frequencies. During my testing, I paired it with multiple different smartphones across both Apple and Android ecosystems to push the limits of its data processing capabilities. The performance improvements are immediately obvious and highly impressive. The boot time has been drastically reduced. The adapter reliably connected to my phone and displayed the navigation interface in under 12 seconds every single time I started the car. Furthermore, the agonizing audio lag during phone calls has been completely eliminated. I held several lengthy conference calls while driving on the highway, and the audio transmission was perfectly synced, allowing for natural, uninterrupted conversations. The Carlinkit 5.0 represents a massive redemption for the brand, offering a genuinely excellent, highly stable wireless experience. The on-screen map animations are buttery smooth, and the device manages heat dissipation exceptionally well, remaining cool to the touch, even after several hours of continuous use. It is a fantastic, highly reliable middle ground option that fixes all the critical flaws of its predecessors, delivering a flawless, native wireless connection for both major smartphone platforms at a very reasonable price point. 2. Ottocast U2-Air Pro. Unlike adapters that try to cater to everyone, this specific unit is strictly engineered for Apple CarPlay users, and that laser-focused development completely shows in its performance. The physical hardware is incredibly premium, featuring a sleek, circular puck design with a subtle LED indicator light that looks like a high-end factory accessory rather than an aftermarket add-on. The defining feature of the U2-Air Pro is its heavily upgraded internal processor combined with a dedicated 5 GHz Wi-Fi module. Ottocast markets this as an extremely fast connection device, and during my testing regimen, it absolutely lived up to the hype. I timed the boot sequence repeatedly over 2 weeks, from the moment the engine turned over. The U2-Air Pro established a handshake and loaded the CarPlay dashboard in an astonishing 7 to 9 seconds. By the time I put my seatbelt on and shifted into drive, my music was already playing. Another brilliant hardware addition is the integrated Smart Disconnect button located directly on the face of the device. In vehicles where the USB port remains powered even after the engine is turned off, standard wireless adapters often desperately cling to your phone's Wi-Fi connection, preventing you from using your phone indoors. With the U2-Air Pro, a simple press of the tactile button instantly severs the connection, freeing your device immediately without having to dig through your smartphone's Bluetooth settings. The actual in-car experience is flawlessly smooth. The high-speed processor entirely eliminates any micro-stutters when swiping through large music libraries or quickly pinching to zoom on complex navigation routes. The audio fidelity is absolutely pristine, perfectly transmitting lossless audio tracks without any compression or buffering hiccups. 1. AAWireless TWO+. Having built a massive reputation in the Android space, this heavily upgraded 2-in-1 adapter now brings full, flawless support to both Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Unboxing it reveals an incredibly small, stealthy dongle that is a fraction of the size of its competitors, allowing you to easily hide it away in the tightest glove boxes or smallest center console compartments. The standout feature that elevates the AAWireless TWO+ above everything else on the market is its highly tactile, multifunctional physical button. This isn't just a basic disconnect switch, it is a master control input designed for multi-phone households. During my testing, I synced both my personal Android device and my wife's iPhone to the dongle. When we got into the car together, a single tap of the button instantly seamlessly switched the active connection from my Android Auto interface to her Apple CarPlay interface in seconds, without any software crashing or menus to navigate. Furthermore, AAWireless includes a deeply integrated companion application that provides an unprecedented level of customization and longevity. Through the app, you can manually adjust the Wi-Fi frequencies, customize the behavior of the multifunctional button, and receive over-the-air firmware updates that continuously improve compatibility and squash bugs. This ensures your investment is completely future-proofed against upcoming smartphone operating system updates, a feature that cheap generic adapters completely lack. The AAWireless TWO+ is the ultimate no-compromise solution for cutting the cord in your vehicle. It connects instantaneously, delivers perfectly synced audio, and provides a completely flawless, lag-free navigation experience. It solves the headache of sharing a vehicle between different smartphone ecosystems with brilliant simplicity, and its robust companion app offers unmatched control over your device.